turn! Pick on someone your own size!
Wow! The first half of Season 3 of Gotham has been interesting. There's been some bad episodes, a really bad episode, some good episodes, and this episode. And how can I describe this episode of Gotham, the mid-season finale? One word. Amazing! Now, there were some rocky moments in this episode, but I did love it as a whole. And I think that there's moments in this episode that are just heartbreaking. And I really do think that, I'm excited to follow the journey of James Gordon when we get back for the rest of Season 3. But in the episode, Jim, of course, confirms, we find out for sure, well, not just us, but everybody. Well, we already knew. Anyway, everybody finds out for sure that Mario does have the Alice Touch virus, except for one individual, and that's Lee. Lee still has no clue. We're gonna have to wait until the next half of Season 3 to find out. But that scene when Gordon goes to the actual chapel, I mean, it was like a comic book. It was like I was reading a comic. That he goes to the chapel and tells Lee what happened, and goes insane. He literally goes bonkers over Mario. And I think that Mario was fantastic at getting in his head. And she's like, what are you talking about? He does not have the Alice Touch virus, Gordon. We already, knew that. And then when Gordon is thrown out by the security and then beaten, it's just such a touching moment because it's so heartbreaking. But he's still willing to fight for Lee. And so that was really fantastic. I loved seeing it. And at the end, everyone knew everyone, didn't know. I mean, he was the only one who drove it. He was the only one who knew he had the Touch virus. And that was incredible that everyone was wrong except for James. So I was really shocked to see that, Mario had died at the end. He literally just shot Mario. It was groundbreaking. I loved that moment. I loved the death of Mario. I loved everything about it. I even liked how Mad Hatter was included and on this huge adventure. It was spectacular. I loved it. Probably the best Gotham episode of all time, actually. Or at least those parts make it one of the best episodes that Gotham has had at all. We also, we got to see what happens with Falcone. Falcone was like, bring my son back alive. We're gonna have to see what happens, because obviously that ain't happening. The one thing I didn't like, though, is that when Lee, when Gordon had literally shot her new husband to the ground, she just had that shocked face. She wasn't scared. She was scared, but she wasn't, crying or, it was just what the heck did you just do? So I like that we're gonna have to explain not only to Lee, but to Falcone what's happening. And also, James went alone. Jim went alone, so there's, no police. Lee, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be really crazy. How is this going to make sense? So I don't know what's really going on there, but, I can't wait to see what happens with Mario's death when we get back. Now, meanwhile, we had some other stuff going on with Selina and Bruce. I loved them breaking into the Court of Owls, one of the Court of Owls, I guess, I don't know what you'd call it, hiding places to get that artifact. I loved that. It wasn't really an artifact, but it was, the owl. It was the owl-shaped thing. So I liked him breaking into that. And I also like Bruce holding the rope while Selina walked across. I thought that was a really cool couples moment. I actually shouted that out back in my last review, too. But Selina did meet her mom. Her mom's back. Well, she didn't just meet her, but she, has found her again. They found each other once more. And I definitely think that the problem with this is that I think Selina's mom is going to cause Selina to kind of break away from Bruce again, so I'm not looking forward to it. But hopefully maybe Bruce and her can face this together with her mom coming back. I don't know, we'll have to see, but it's really interesting. I actually kind of want to know more about her mom, because when she shouted her out in season 1, I wanted to know more about her, but we didn't ever get that. Barbra! Let's talk about Barbara Quinn for a second. I know everyone hates Barbara right now. It's oh no, she can't be Harley Quinn. Heck to the yes she can, because she just did in this season. Erin, I can't remember her name, but I think it's Erin, right? Erin, who plays Barbara on the show. She's pretty much said that they're not trying to make her Harley Quinn anymore. They were originally trying to, but now it's not Harley as much as they were in season 2, which is right. I feel like she's not as much as Harley as she was going to be in season 2. So I think that, they're trying to change up the character. They're trying to find the character. But she's told Nygma about Penguin being in love with him. And now Nygma is going to be helping Barbra, Tabitha, and maybe Butch as well rise up to the top to be the ultimate crime bosses, which is kind of repetitive because we've seen that not only with Fish and then Penguin and now Barbra. I don't know. It's pretty okay to me. But the one thing I didn't like is that the promo for next year for the season coming back was Jerome, and I was like, I kind of want to know more about Mario, not Jerome. But the bright side of it is that we're not getting any spoilers or any teasers with Mario. We have to wait, which is good too, but I kind of want to know more about that. I kind of want to have a teaser about that, not Jerome. I think they should have waited on the Jerome tease, even though they've already confirmed he was coming back like way before. But what did you guys think of the mid-season finale of Gotham? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? And what was what was the best moment for you? Again, that church scene with Gordon and then the death of Mario really did it for me. So what do you guys think about it? Comment down below, and I hope you guys like the new intro. And I will see you guys later, maybe even next year, for more Martial Monkey. Bye-bye!